What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm tying a fairly easy one. It's a bait fish, but I will only be using dubbing for this one, and the same kind. You can of course mix and match, but for the sake of the simplicity of this fly, I will only be using one dubbing for it, and it is this one here, the Senio's Laser Dub. It's perfect for a fly like this. So let's jump straight down to the hook in my vise here, which is also the new one from Eric's Hooks, the SA210, which is a signature hook that Eric's developed with Bob Klauser, the man himself, which is just that is just so cool. I can only hope to have a collaboration one day like that. Bob, of course, is a legend. And this hook is just really great. It's on the new saltwater series for tropic saltwater, so it's really strong. And this one is just a little bit shorter in the shank than you're used to. So I guess it's like the SA220, just a bit shorter. So that's why it's just perfect for a fly like this that doesn't have to be too long. So let me get some dubbing out of the bag here, and then kind of align it like this, back on top of itself again. So pull it, and that will align the fibers to all be in one direction. Measure that out. I want it to be a little bit longer than the hook shank. Tie that down. Top of the hook here. Have a look. And this, just kind of fold that back actually, back into the tail. So that's the tail done there. See it already here how easy that is. Then take a bunch, align them like so, and then just loosely put them around the hook like this. Get 2 or 3 turns in here, loose turns, and then just pull it tight like this. And that will, what's that? Flash thread. It will distribute the dubbing around the hook. Take this forward facing part here, flip that back over, tie in front of that, move your thread up a little bit. And here you can see it. I want this to be kind of chubby. But you could get away with this on a short shank hook, like say tie in 3 bundles or something like that, a tail, and then 2 or 3 bundles in total, and you should be good to go. So this technique applies to just about any length of hook. The only thing that could come in the way of a long hook would be the length of the dubbing you're using. So this is just really simple tying, but it looks so good. And for every bundle you tie in, just stroke the fly a little bit. And also for every time you tie in a bundle, make sure you take a little bit more than the previous one, and that will really help you build up the taper of the fly, making it thicker towards the eye of the hook here, which is what you want, that teardrop shape. Go. So I think I want to tie in like 2 bundles more here. And at this point, if you look at it like this, from the top here, if you really want to go crazy with these kind of things, you can tie in little feathers at this point right here. Say 2/3 of the hook shank, you could tie in some feathers to kind of act like the fins on a small baitfish. I've seen that done a lot of times before. Looks super nice. Maybe that's something for a future video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make one of those. So one more in here, or this and one more. You can see it here. Get the thread out. Tie in front of that dubbing. Also, if you think that the fly is a little bit too chubby, you can of course trim it. That's the beauty of this dubbing, at least. It's very friendly to work with. So last bundle in here. Get that all the way up to the hook eye. And then just flip this back. Have to wiggle your tying thread through it. There you go. And then just tie that little head in front of it. Make sure it's really nice and tight. Like so. Let's get a wig finish in on this one. One will do. So at this point I want to brush out the fibers a little bit here to really make sure they're aligned. And that I pull out any loose ones. This comb has seen better days. These teeth are starting to break off. Okay, so here it is. See it here. Nice teardrop shape. To keep this shape, you can of course trim it or make a UV resin head, which is what I will be doing. So get your favorite UV resin out. I actually think I might be trimming that a little bit on the underside. Let me see. When the head is done. So you guys know me, I like to put a drop on my finger. And then just take this dubbing here, pull it back like this, and work some resin into the fibers. And you can go fairly I don't even know if you say it that way. You can go back quite a bit on the hook here. So grab the fibers like this and pull them straight back. Of course, if you want a slim profile like this, I want to have it just right around here. And that way the fly will keep its shape. When you throw it, as you can see here, I think it's a little little bit too chubby in the back there, but we'll trim that. So let's get a pair of scissors out and trim off a little bit of that extra fat on the belly there. This dubbing is just perfect for this. It blends so well. Might even have to pull it out of the vise here. So this is the perfectionist in me telling me to do this. You know how it is. I just want to look good for you guys. Okay, so here, let's get that back into the vise. There we go. So now it's a little bit slimmer. Let's get some ice on that. And this one could get some bigger ones, I think. Get a good drop on there. On an eye. Make sure that the resin runs out on the sides of the eye there a little bit, otherwise it won't stick, because you obviously can't shine the UV light through the sticker. And this is just to keep it in place. Same thing for the other side. Get a drop on there. And use your dubbing needle a little bit. Let's cover the eyes to make sure they're not going anywhere. And because I covered that the front part of the fly here in that first step with my finger, this now gets really easy, because there is a little layer of resin kind of making a little shell for the next layer to latch onto, you could say. And as always, just keep the fly moving in the vise when you're making these resin heads. And at this point, if you want to, you can pull this a little bit to give it a slimmer profile. that is that. Really see it here from the top. There's a nice teardrop shape to it, and this will stay. It will keep its shape when you throw it because of the length of the fibers and all that stuff, and the resin will help that they all point in one direction. I just want to trim a little bit more here. I need to photograph this fly for the thumbnail, and therefore it needs to look really nice and tidy so that you guys click on it. Here you go. You can of course color this if that's your jam, but that is the dubbing baitfish here with some ice. You can of course leave the ice out and it will be even easier, even faster to tie. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure to do that. Please do check out the members section if you haven't already, because over there I'm doing a little bit of different things, some editing tutorials, and you also get early access and live streams and stuff like that. So if you want a little bit more, and if you want to be a part of what I make on this channel, please consider becoming a member of this channel. Otherwise, leave this video with a thumbs up, hit the bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and I will see you guys in the next video.